Hello, Timmy Nafso here, Executive Vice President and co-founder of FortisPay, and we're really looking at the voice economy and what that means to you and your business and the general public. The voice economy, what we're starting to see is obviously with the birth of Alexa, right? Let's look at what Alexa did and how powerful it's become in our homes and our lives. What started off with Siri has now shifted over to Alexa. Less than 5 years ago, I bought my first Sonos speakers as an example. And those of you that don't know what Sonos is, it's a really cool speaker system, powerful speaker system. And at that time, I was looking at it like these guys have controlled the market, right? I believe at that point they were beating out Bose in the general home space. They were reasonably priced. And I thought there's never anything that was gonna be better than that. And then I got an Alexa speaker. And what I realized is what made it better was I didn't have to go into my app, open it up, have it load up, pick a room, do all those different things. You could just speak to Alexa and turn on your speakers. But in addition to Alexa doing that, it also has all this other powerful tools and other attributes that the typical speaker didn't, right? So I can turn on my lights and turn off my lights. We're starting to see where you can order items, right? And with Google being a search engine, and many of us as business owners looking to put dollars towards search engine optimization, towards SEO, we're starting to have to question where people's eyes are and what they're looking at. So we have so many moving targets as small and mid-sized businesses, and with Alexa coming on board, right, and voice starting to happen, there are some concerns of where our dollars are going to be spent as the target continues to move, okay? And right now, Alexa has north of 25,000 skills, and you have other companies like Facebook that have not even launched or tapped into what voice is going to look like from a interaction perspective, but it's certainly coming, right? In the 90s, I still remember working, being in college or writing a paper and trying to do these little voice dictation, voice to text products, and they were terrible, so you never really used it. Fast forward to today, it's become much more powerful where you want to text message somebody, you're actually seeing them talking to their phone and going voice to text. You're also starting to see more and more people engage with Google in that way. Well, if they're engaging in Google and you spent your dollars and they're asking a question, where's the nearest restaurant, or where's the nearest electronic shop, or where's the nearest, dinner place, right? How are you going to come up in that search? And what we're starting to see is reviews are going to have to do with your search, right? So for me, if I'm going to set my credentials of what I want to search when I'm searching Google through voice, hey, I want the top reviewed places, right? I want the place that has the most positive reviews. And that's who is going to drive me to when I ask the question in the car when I don't have time to look at my screen, where's the best steakhouse around, or where's the best burger place around? So this voice economy is going to significantly change how we do business. And we as business owners are challenged beyond challenged, right? Like 20, 30 years ago, business kind of stayed the same for a little while. You could actually breathe and say, okay, I'm gonna dedicate this amount of money towards print, and I'm gonna go ahead and send mailers out, and sale papers and everything had to, revolve around print and the sign out your door. And maybe there's a local festival going on and you bring your booth and you stand outside there and you shake hands with people. Well, now you still have to do that. But in addition to that, you have to think about how people are interacting with their phones on different social platforms based on age groups, right? So, certain age groups are on Facebook all the time, some are on Instagram. Who's your client? Targeting that person, targeting that customer, and starting to really understand at a micro level who it is you're talking to. So if you believe everybody's your customer, then nobody's your customer, right? You really have to start with a particular pool of people so you can target them on all of these different mediums. And then once you target them on these mediums, you can then tie it back to, okay, what are the success rates? How many dollars can I put towards it? And then start to expand that pool, right? So in, out, instead of out, in. Voice is going to be very much the same thing. We're starting to see more and more people over the next 1, 2, 3 years. You're going to see a significant shift towards voice. We all would rather just say what we have to say instead of type it. It's much easier. My children, as an example, they have almost no typing ability, right? With the exception of using their fingers. Whereas when I was young, typing was a very big thing, right? On resumes, we see how many words per minute somebody could type. I haven't seen that in years, by the way. And it was so important to see how many words per minute so somebody could type, because that was their efficiency to get data across. Well, if you could just say it, do you need to type it? Interesting thoughts. Please comment below. Thanks for listening.